Hello, I'm Mason Good from In Memory Of, and this is my tutorial how to teach you how to scream. Now, as you've seen from my previous videos, I can scream, so I'm not here to show you about teach you. Well, actually, I am here to teach you. I'm not here to impress you with my screaming, because chances are you've seen one of my shows, you've seen my band video, you've seen my personal videos. So I'm not really here to impress you. Now, the most basic thing to know about screaming is the breathing. Breathing is done using the diaphragm, not the chest, not the stomach. When you breathe the stomach, the way you know you're doing it, pregnancy belly. When you breathe the chest, shoulders go up, chest goes out. When you breathe with your diaphragm, only the top part of your stomach will go. It's like only your hand up here will move, not with your stomach, like where it's a full round pregnancy belly, just the top. So this part will stay flat. This part will go up. Second, drink plenty of fluids. I cannot stress that enough, because you'll be sore, tired, blah blah blah, you'll be hurting, and you will regret not drinking fluids like water and milk and that shit. So anyway, on to my next point. Breathing, you want to learn breath control. Like, the best way to learn that, for one, learn how to breathe with your diaphragm. Second, hiss. Go. Simple. Hold that out for as long as possible. Along with your breathing exercises, you should practice mouth position, tongue position. Like with lows, you go, it's a circle. Highs, oh, and your tongue's at the top of your mouth. Highs, your mouth's wide open, and tongue is at the bottom of your mouth. And for mid-range, tongue's level, mouth is partially open. Those are basic screams. For some people, getting highs are easier than your lows. It just takes lots of time and practice. Now, another thing you should worry about, other than drinking fluids and breathing with your diaphragm, no, that's pretty much it. Those are the main things you should worry the most of. Well, actually, second most. One of the most important things you should understand is practice. Practice. Because eventually you'll learn that screaming comes from more just than your diaphragm, your false cords, not your vocal cords. You will not be able to speak if you do that, and you'll be hating yourself. And volume comes from the chest. Simplest things in the world. Now, there are a few different types of screams. There's inhales, exhales, growls, that kind of shit. And you can look more on those later if you want, but I'm going to show you my basic ways of screaming. Now, the way I taught myself was take a pencil. We all know the grudge noise, the annoying little ah. What you do is you take a pencil, you push with your diaphragm, pushing the air and the sound above the pencil. You'll feel it on the roof of your mouth, and simple as that. You start with that, and you practice that sound, and then you practice saying the sounds of the alphabet, like ah, e, ah, o, stuff like that. And eventually it'll sound like voila. And then another way of starting to scream
Stupid laptop.
You go, yo. What you do with that is, that's just, like when you sigh, you're like, well, add some aggression to it. If you sigh like I do, when you're aggravated, you just go, you can start like that. And then you just give it more power. You just go, yeah. Simple as that. But that's a little more difficult and takes more time to learn. For some people get easier from the fry scream. Some people learn easier with the your growls. I'm gonna move ahead. Growls are primarily used in death metal. Growls are more like or like with Deathclock, where he's like,
riding and riding, we search across the land. The snow and wind has frozen the hearts of man, but we ride.
That's death metal. Deathcore's like, outside me! And death metal. God, I hope I said deathcore for the first one. I'm losing focus again, damn it. But that's pretty much the simplest stuff. Practice the or work on breathing with your diaphragm, drink plenty of fluids, and practice your mouth positioning, tongue positioning. And I'll show you real quick. When you do highs, it's like eow! Tongue low, all the way down at the bottom of your mouth, mouth wide open, and lows are, my lows aren't that good right now, but your mouth's in a circle, tongue's all the way up, and just not touching the top of your mouth. And you can learn how to do lows and highs much faster by practicing the fry sound, like ow, ow, ow. I can promise you, you're not gonna get it right away. So don't get pissed off if you don't get it. It took me 3 years to get really good at screaming, so I mean, it's just gonna take time. So if you're hoping to start a band sometime soon, the best, and you want to be able to do some screams at least, don't do inhales. Inhales are only good for warming up and opening up your throat. That's all they're really good for. And oh man, my back's hurting. Oh crap. Inhales are basically like you're breathing in and making the noise. That's it. There's not much to it. It's the easiest thing you can learn besides whisper screaming. But whisper screaming and inhales are only good for warming up. But I would not recommend using whisper screaming all that much to warm up. You mainly want to practice the kind of thing. And once you actually can scream and you want to do clean vocals too, that's when you need to work on a transition. The way I learned how to do my transitions is I'd say, go baby, go! Like, stupid shit like that. Just make up your own. Or you could switch your own and be like, baby, go! It's stupid, and I'm not even really trying right now, but it sounds really stupid. Believe me, it does. I thought it was for the first couple months. But it helps substantially. I know I've been all over the place, so I'm just going to recap before I give my final advice for those of you actually planning on being in a band and not just screaming for the heck of it. Breathing exercises such as hissing, controlling your breath, mouth positioning, stomach. Second thing, plenty of fluids, mainly water, milk, Mountain Dew, and unsweetened tea. And then practice, lots and lots of practice. Knowing the sound you want and mimicking it. And when you work on mimicking, best thing to do for volume is turn a song as loud as possible and then keep screaming until you hear yourself over it. Because once you do that, you pretty much got your volume down. Now if you're like, oh my god, I sound like shit, get the fuck, get over it. I mean, you're gonna sound like crap your first couple months, maybe a year. It takes practice, it takes time, it takes dedication. That's why I see so many kids that say they can scream, but they can only whisper scream, and it's really to the point where you just want to smack them. It's, yeah. But basically, that's the most simplest stuff you can do. Breathing exercises, drinking plenty of water, practice the fry or sound, and along with the alphabet, and then start working on giving yourself power. Because the more you do that, the more you'll be able to do. The more you'll be able to get into low screams, high screams, gutter rolls, all of it. Eventually, it will start getting really good for you. Took me 4 years to figure out how to do exhale squeals. Now I'm not going to do it now because I'm not warmed up at all. I'm sore. But that's pretty much it. Now, for my final thing, besides all that crap, when you actually do your vocals, best thing to do, and this is what I like doing, don't cup it like this and then go, because you'll be doing it. Makes a lower sound, but it's kind of cheating if you're trying to do lows like that. The best thing to do for me, some people hold it like this, but the best thing I like doing, thumb here and then just hold these two out, because that way you can, it's easy to maneuver, you don't drop it or anything, and you can keep it where you want with your thumb there. Just go, or save me! Simple as that. Mic handling is pretty simple. Some people hold it like this, some people hold it like this, some cheat and go like this. Simple as that. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. I've probably missed a few steps, but I'm out of it right now. I'm not stoned, drunk, or any of that. I'm just really tired. So that's pretty much all I can really help you with, besides giving you one-on-one lessons. Breathing control, drink plenty of fluids, practice your sounds that you want, and then practice power, and then mic control, all that. Don't expect the mic to give you that much volume. If you want to be really good, you should be able to do your own volume. Well, that is it. I hope this helped. If it didn't, I'm sorry. I'm not that good at explaining. But, like I said, it'll take time. So just stick with it and eventually you'll get it. For me, I'm finally in a band that's staying together, and we're going to be doing more shows. Our album should be being released either sometime in February or soon. So it's a basic EP, a few covers, and a couple original, and then we're doing our full original this summer. But that is it. So have fun, keep practicing, just mess around with your sound, and that's about it. Goodbye.